whole Zion Williamson, he didn't play for a long time. It seems like he's been injured a lot lately. And I know he just signed the extension, and I have heard some rumors that he's possibly not happy in New Orleans. Could you see Zion Williamson with the Pelicans within, let's fast forward to 2 years. Could you still see Zion with the Pelicans?
No, this is Kawhi Leonard 2.0. Like what we watched Kawhi Leonard go through in San Antonio, it's the same thing really developing in New Orleans when we talk about a guy who has one side of the fence saying that he's ready to go. Then he has his family and personal doctors saying that he's not quite there yet. They have been wrestling and fighting with that for a minute. And, we see how that happened and resulted in San Antonio with Kawhi Leonard. I anticipate, JJ, the same thing in New Orleans with Zion. I don't see him being there that much longer.
It's interesting because we all know when Zion Williamson is playing, he's very good. Like, there's not a lot of people that can stop Zion, but it seems like he's been injured more than being healthy.
Yeah, like that's a fact. I don't like the greatest ability to have in sports is availability. And I don't care what you can do on paper, what these highlights say. If you're not consistently on that ball court or field, everything else nothing really matter to me. You gotta be out there to show it.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know exactly if Zion's going to leave the Pelicans, but it does seem, as you mentioned, like he's probably not going to be with them very much longer. I think when he was playing and when he was healthy, I want to say the Pelicans had a number 1 or the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. And I mean, with Brandon Ingram and that team around him, I mean, that team has a lot, especially CJ McCollum. That team is, I think, built now. But like I said, if you don't have Zion healthy, it's huge. But we'll see what happens with Zion.
But think about this. When they were, KD wasn't in Phoenix. The Lakers didn't have the team that they had. Russell wasn't with the Clippers. Kyrie wasn't with Dallas. Like, a lot has changed. So even if Zion was healthy, I definitely still wouldn't have New Orleans being one of those top teams. Too many other squads in the West have made moves. So it is what it is with them guys.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Brandon Ingram, though.
Yeah, I think Brandon Ingram's, at the moment, I think he is the best player on that team. But we'll see what happens with New Orleans. But Oklahoma City, I mean, they won. Do you think, and they play the Timberwolves tomorrow night, if I can remember right. Yeah, they play the Timberwolves tomorrow night. I mean, I'm expecting the Timberwolves to win that game, but I mean, what do you expect from both of those teams on Friday night?
I agree. I expect Minnesota to get the win just based off of I just think they got a better roster, better players. But, I was impressed with Giddey. I'm impressed with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. To me, those guys got a lot of promise. You got Chet Holmgren coming back next season. OKC is definitely one of those young ball clubs that you could look at it and play with and think that they could be making some moves in the next couple years. But to me right now, it's just too soon.